My point is that every couple out there that is trying to put together a family should have a larger vision than I love you, or I like you, or you have money, or you're beautiful and sexy. In 5 to 10 years, all those things will not mean anything to you guys. No matter how wealthy he is, it won't mean anything to you. Even if you're getting married to a Dubai prince, you get used to the wealth and you get bored over time. And then your mind will look for things to complain about and make trouble about. And this is why, if whether you want to get married into wealth, it will be awesome if you have a clear vision with you and your partner, because people usually have selfish mission. Do you understand? To use somebody else, and which usually ends up in disaster once the other person find out and be like, oh, okay, so this is it, right? So some men want to use women. Some men are looking for cleaners and whatever, what have you. Look, we're in a modern society. Women should not just be looked at as cleaners anymore or cooks. They are human beings just like you guys. They have brains. Any woman can do basic. If a woman is trained right, the reason why you say a woman cannot do, some of the things that men can do is because they were not raised to do those things. But I know women that will fuck you up straight up. They have the muscle power. They have the energy. They can do things that men cannot do because those women were trained. You understand? They were raised up in that type of environment, seeing other men, and they were encouraged to do all those things. They were not demonized by saying, well, you're a girl, don't do this and all that. And then most women grow up lazy. They're sitting at home. They were told to focus on their beauty, that the world will take care of them as long as they're beautiful. And so they don't have the strength. I know girls that can't even run 2 meters. They're tired because they've not run in years. Apart from when you were young in primary school and all that. But as soon as they became of age, maybe after getting their period and all that, everything slows down for them. They start telling them to, talk everything away, be a girl dressed in a certain way, just start behaving in certain lights. So they don't have that particular energy or strength or ambition that you might think. But if you have a young girl and you train her with that ambition, you will be surprised that she's not just territorial. She'll eat you up in business. If it's sports, she'll eat you up. Men had the guts at one point in time to say women cannot drive as much as men in the F1 race. And a woman came. You can't just generalize all women. Yeah, maybe most women, because they were not raised. You need to understand, that's what I'm trying to say. They are humans, but unfortunately, society did not empower them, empower parents to empower their children, their female child, empower whoever, the men around them to empower their female child. But the boys, they were empowered to do all those things. They were empowered to play rough, get into trouble, etc. But as soon as a female child attempts some of these things, they were told that you are a female, you're not supposed to be doing some of these things. But unfortunately for the men back in the, this is actually fact. Possibly maybe we'll Google it and check the facts. She joined the F1 race and gave the men dust to eat, blazed the F1 race car and gave them hell because she grew up where men encouraged her to drive. So as humans, we need to understand that we all have the energy. And that's why, in some of my previous videos, like women, it's a plus because they can be trained to do what men are doing. And then they are women. They still have their beauty. They still have, other things that men want. So it's a plus. So I mean, they can do what you're doing, then plus the fact that they are women. And, which is a huge advantage. And so, but the fact that the world keep taking away from women and just allowing them only to have their beauty or their body to trade with. And this is why we're having some of the issues we're having today in the world, where women, if they just sit down, all they think about is, okay, men want me for my body, so that's what I can offer. But as soon as you empower more women, to learn how to build businesses, how to make money from an early from childhood, which I know we're getting there, with the coming generation. And that is why we are having more young ladies going to certain things because the world is more open and most men are actually raising their girls normally, like anybody else.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's Sadiq, billionaire.
We got him.
So without further ado, welcome to the Sadiq Show.